Namaste, Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to MMK The Eagle View. Today we are going to see a very important update which is related to India and Pakistan. So India and Pakistan, we have a lot of issues, conflicts, multiple war. But one thing which was going well between these two countries was the Indus Water Treaty, which was signed in 1960 by then Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Pakistan President Muhammad Ayub Khan. So according to this treaty, the 6 rivers which originate from Himalayas was divided among these two countries. So the eastern rivers, which is Ravi, Beas and Sutlej, was given to India. India has got full rights on these 3 rivers. And the western rivers, which is Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, was given to Pakistan. Pakistan has got good amount of rights in it. But Indus being the largest, there was a water share agreement which was done. As per that, 80% of this river's water share goes to Pakistan and 20% comes to India. And India can also use this water, surplus water, in terms of producing electricity or for domestic purpose like drinking and fish cultivation and this thing. So this was done way back in 1960 under the supervision or negotiation of the World Bank then. It's been hailed as one of the most successful water treaties between the countries. Nevertheless, everything comes for a change. Every document, every agreement needs to be updated. Similarly, India raised a flag in somewhere in Feb 2023 that India served a notice to Pakistan, because both these countries have a body together to monitor the Indus Water Treaty. That joint committee meeting happens every year, once in a year, once in Pakistan and once in India. So in this time, 2023 Feb, India officially gave a notice to Pakistan that this agreement need to be modified, it has to be relooked. The primary reason being the climate change. Because climate change has not been factored or accommodated in an agreement which was done way back in 1960s. So India said, because of the global warming, a lot of weather phenomena has changed. The water which was actually coming in these rivers actually has seen a major change. Sometimes it is just downpours, the water just flows away, surplus, heavy monsoon, flooding, or sometimes it's a drought. So this has to be revisited, and climate change factors has to be accounted. If one country keeps polluting it, why should the other country eventually pay for it? That's the thing. Why this was a notice which was in India's favor is because as per this joint committee, any disputes has to be spoken and resolved. But whereas in 2006, that's a year where Pakistan took India to the World Court, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, citing some disputes in the dams that India was constructing. Now let's look at what we have done in this. So we are asking for a renegotiation and we are asking for a modification of it. Now Pakistan has to fall in line. Why? I'll tell you the reason. Now you look at this map. You can see the Bakra Dam being built in the Sutlej River. And once you see that Sutlej Bakra Dam in Himachal, you can also see the Pong Dam in the Beas River, and Pando Dam, which is also built in the Beas River, and the very famous Ranjit Sagar Dam, which was built in the Ravi. So we have these 4 dams which basically takes care of this river. It helps in irrigation. Large number of farmers in Punjab, Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir, and parts of Rajasthan, Sri Ganganagar, these farmers have their livelihood or food bowl has been based on this flow of this perennial rivers. So India has already done some good constructions of dams to protect our interest. But if you look at the 6 rivers, which flows from north to west from India, from the Himalayas, you can see the river Ravi, you can see the Beas, and now you can see the Sutlej. Now comes a very important river called Indus, where it flows into Pakistan. Chenab again flows into Pakistan. Jhelum also flows into Pakistan. So this border districts of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir with Pakistan has, they use this water either for irrigation or for their livelihood. Now there is a good amount of surplus amount of water in the tune of 6,000 to 7,000 cusecs of water which was going surplus into Pakistan from the river Ravi. So to effectively use this river, which India has already got full rights of it, in 1995, our then Prime Minister Bharat Ratna Shri Narsimha Rao ji actually came up with the project of building up a dam in Shahpur Kandi in Punjab, so that this river should get diverted, the surplus water should get diverted, which will eventually benefit the farmers of Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir rather than giving it free to Pakistan. Both the states fought for their share of water, for the share of funds and everything. So the beauty of our bureaucracy and political system is here. 1995, such a strategic and ambitious project started by a Prime Minister never took off for 40 years. Finally, in the year 2018, our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, along with the water minister, got together. They spoke about this. Jitendra Singh ji and Prime Minister spoke about this. They reinitiated the negotiations with both the states, and these negotiations went on for 4 years. And finally, here comes the light. We are going to build a full-fledged dam and irrigation project in Shahpur Kandi, where this entire surplus water, 7,000 cusecs of water which was going free to Pakistan, will now be diverted inside India, which will eventually benefit the farmers of Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. In Punjab, we'll get around 5,000 cusecs of water as its share, and Jammu and Kashmir will get around 1,150 cusecs of water as its share, because Jammu has got limited plains, Kathua and Samba region. These districts put together this irrigation will benefit 15,000 hectares of land, which is quite a sizable one. It is a rice bowl, it is also our wheat bowl. So the farmers get to benefit more, because without irrigation, agriculture doesn't work. The other benefit of this is this is also going to generate close to 200 to 215 megawatt of electricity, which will be given to Punjab. Again, a big boost, because Punjab is an highly industrialized state, and it also will give a lot of boost to tourism, because the roads are well connected now, the highways are well connected. A dam is always a tourist place, so it will lead to a lot of tourism related activities. And finally, this becomes a strategic asset for India. It's a strategic weapon for India, I would say, because water comes first at the Maslow's pyramid. Without water, human beings can't survive. So if this water is held in these dams, and tomorrow for some reason Pakistan decides to come and launch a war, a ground offensive, Pakistani tanks marching into the Indian border, then this water can be released and it can literally take the tank battle off from Pakistan. So it also gives a strategic military advantage. It also becomes a strategic potent weapon. The water should never be weaponized, that's what we all say, but end of the day, Brahmaputra has been weaponized by China, and these waters can be weaponized against us. So it's better we use that weapon very effectively. So any Pakistani misadventure in the near future, we can always stop all these rivers from flowing in. So on the context of this, the government has invested 3,300 crores for this particular project, which will eventually benefit a lot of farmers, which also gives us a very strong strategic advantage. Now coming back to the Indus Water Treaty, the 80-20 water share, if you look at all the 6 rivers coming together, on paper it looks so easy to say, 3 unka hai, 3 hamara hai. Like 3 belongs to Pakistan, fine, 3 belongs to India, what's the big deal? It's a fair share. No. The Indus water is one of the major one. It would literally give us a lot of advantage in terms of irrigation, especially if these rivers would have been planned well ahead in time. Small check dams would have been constructed, small canals would have been constructed. Now the Rajasthan's demography would be something totally different. But we haven't done it, because 80% of Indus water goes to Pakistan, 20% comes to India, and we kept quiet, and we never bothered to renew this agreement. Even though there were wars, the water sharing was happening so smoothly, even during Kargil war, even during 1971, 65. So somewhere we need to put our foot down and start using this strategic advantage as a leverage. We should leverage this. This is where precisely Pakistan has already started crying. There was written articles that India is a very capitalistic minded Hindu Rashtra, which wants to divide our people from getting quality water for drinking and for irrigation. Remember, the excess water of 7,000 cusecs which goes into Pakistan, which is the Ravi river, is basically the magnanimity of India. For a country which is as rogue as Pakistan, for a country which is as shameful as Pakistan, should we be so magnanimous to them is the question here. So India has reopened the card now. We want to renegotiate the Indus Water Treaty, which was written way back, agreed way back in 1960s. Climate change has to be factored. All the polluting industries of Pakistan, which directly gets their industrial waste into these rivers, has to be accounted. And Pakistan, at the current situation, has to kind of negotiate, has to come to the negotiating table. If not, India always has the luxury of being an upstream. We can play with whatever the way we want, because we are in the upstream and Pakistan is in the downstream. They have to come and negotiate, unlike other serious and complicated negotiations like POK. Finally, our think tanks or policy makers have taken this in their hand when they want to look at the way we deal with Pakistan, the strategies we have put in place in dealing with Pakistan. Finally, this is happening right in front of us. A project which was started in 1995 should have been completed in 2005 is finally taking off in 2024. Hope you like this video. Do like and share your comments in the comment box. What do you think about the Indus Water Treaty, and is it also a time frame for us to ponder, to look at the various water treaties we have with our neighboring countries, and also between states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka. We always fight for water because one is in the upstream, one is in the downstream. Those agreements which was made during the British era, British had their own intentions for it. All those agreements on timely basis, talks between states, mediated by the center, keeping the politics away. I think this is the right opportunity for us to revisit all those agreements, so that the critical resource of any human race, civilization, which is water, it's high time we nationalize this. Water cannot be anybody's private property. It has to be a national property. These are the thoughts which comes into my mind when we go through research through this articles. Please do post your views on it, so that we have a very interactive session on this very important thing called water management. Thank you all. Jai Hind.